It's really a design that works. It really helps people like myself find worth and find, just learn how to put one foot in front of the other and actually live in a society where we didn't know how to function quite before.
At this month's local Alcohol and Drug Planning Committee meeting, Leif Plaub gave a special presentation outlining Oxford House, which is a program that establishes transitional housing across the country for people in recovery from substance abuse.
I am Leif. I am the Southern Oregon Outreach Worker for Oxford House. We're in 48 states. Currently in the state of Oregon, we have 204 houses providing 1,699 beds for people in recovery from alcoholism and addiction. I myself am a man in recovery. I haven't found a reason to drink alcohol or use any mind-altering substances since June 11th of 2016. In 2019, because I came out of treatment, I moved into an Oxford House, and it provided me a nice, safe, stable place for me to pursue and find my path in recovery. So in 2019, because I got inspired by what they do and I started giving back through service work, they offered me a job in 2019. And so that's what I've been doing since. We are democratically ran, self-sustaining, self-supporting recovery housing is what it is. There's no house manager. Ultimately, the inmates run the asylum, with some guidelines. There's a chapter committee that looks over and provides guidance. And then when they can't come up with a solution on their own, then they'll call me and then I'll come assist and whatnot. It's really a design that works. It really helps people like myself find worth and find, just learn how to put one foot in front of the other and actually live in a society where we didn't know how to function quite before, so we learned how to pay our bills, and we learned how to, be responsible and take care of things that might just come natural to a lot of to most people, but for us it's something that has to be learned sometimes later in life than others. I am more than happy to be the liaison if anybody has any questions or concerns or is trying to get somebody into an Oxford House. We do have a website. It's oxfordvacancies.com. If you pull that site up, you can put in any county that you're looking in. It will provide you a list of the houses, how many vacancies we have, a couple contact numbers for the house. If anybody wants to do any further research, we have a national website. It's oxfordhouse.org, and you'll find things on there like in early 2000, I want to say 2002, the Surgeon General did a study on Oxford House because at that time, we started in DC in 75, but at that time we were the top tier as far as recovering housing goes. And the study that he came up with, which is huge, is coming out of a treatment facility, you have a 20% chance of staying sober. Well, if you move into an Oxford House and you follow all the things that they, the rules and attend your recovery based meetings and just, follow the model of the Oxford House, your chance, if you stay there for a year to 15 months, your chances go from 20% to 80% of staying sober for up to 5 years, which is huge, for people like us. That's outrageous.
How do I get into the Oxford House, and what's going to be required of me?
So really your only requirement is that you are an alcoholic or an addict. So what you'll do is you'll pull up that oxfordvacancies.com I was talking about, and then you'll just call the houses that have the vacancies that you're interested in, and you'll set up an interview. If you're looking in Jackson County, there's 13 houses right now. 3 of those are women's.
Are people who are working a program around MAT allowed into an Oxford setting?
Yes, they are.
Okay. Are people with kids allowed into an Oxford setting?
Yes, absolutely. Not all states are like this, but in the state of Oregon, every Oxford House is child friendly.
Do people have to participate in 12-step groups to live in an Oxford setting?
Not necessarily 12-step groups, but it is very common. I would say most, if not all of the houses will require you to go to 2 recovery-based meetings.
How about relapse? If somebody relapses or continues to use or has continued use while they're in a house?
There are no tolerance. If somebody uses and or possesses while they're in the house, they will get a 24-hour notice of eviction. They can, however, re-interview after 30 days. But because of the nature of what we are and to keep the family safe, inside, we have to, if somebody's drinking or using, we have to ask them to leave.
Are there usually waiting lists to get in? And is there any limit on the length of stay for someone living there?
No, and that's one of the things that stands us apart from what you would consider a halfway house or anything like that, where a lot of places will say you have 6 months in this bed and then we have to move you out because someone else needs it. With Oxford House, we will open more houses to provide more beds. So once you're there, because people recover at different rates, so once you're there until you want to leave.